Alright, hello there, and welcome back to another video. I want to start this video by saying it should come out on Christmas Eve. So, Merry Christmas to anyone who celebrates it. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Yule, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Bodhi Day, Happy Guru Gobind Singh Jayanti, and Happy Shogatsu. I googled holidays that kind of take place in different cultures around Christmas, just because we want to be inclusive here. And I apologize to all of the Sikhs I just insulted by butchering their day. I apologize. But yeah, basically the whole point behind this video is it's Christmas time, holiday season, and we've had a good year. Starfield, you know, I'm grateful myself for although I think I'm grateful, isn't that more like that's Thanksgiving, I'm pretty sure. I am happy that Santa Claus has bested me with all your guys' support on watching videos. And throughout the year, I've covered quite a lot of mods, good few of them being paid mods. And as kind of tradition, like, you know, after Christmas or the holidays, at least over here, usually kind of you have the January sales where, you know, you got some extra cash from the grandparents or the uncle you only kind of see once a year, and he kind of looks at you weirdly. And you question his not ethnicity, Jesus Christ, I was going to say you question his integrity. That was the wrong word, but yeah, so around that time you tend to spend some of that cash in the January sales, and I thought what better way than to kind of go through some of the paid mods that I basically think are worth it in my opinion. Now there's quite a few paid mods I've got listed here. There will be all in the description. If I forget any, I apologize. So we're gonna start off. We've got like different kind of sections or categories, and we'll go over them briefly. Just because, yeah, if there's a specific mod that sticks out that you kind of want to, like, you know, check out, I will have a link to it in the description as well as a link to the mod. If this is your first time watching my channel and you are interested, I do have a list of both paid... Well, first of all, thank you for joining me. Also, I have a list of paid and free mods that I review and kind of give you an opinion on. So yeah, so we'll start off with weapon mods. Now, we've got quite a few good weapon mods this year, and I want to stress that this is all just my opinion. I've catered this list in general, not just the weapon mods, to weapons that I like. You'll notice that... There goes my phone, lovely. You'll notice that if you watch my streams and stuff, I tend to like vanilla Starfield and Starfield in general, you know? So you'll probably see... You might see some things missing, like there might be a paid mod that you think is awesome that I haven't included. A lot of that just comes down to personal preference. There is some amazing mods that I haven't covered on this list. I wish I could, but I didn't want to just kind of, you know, I feel like it would be disingenuous to just kind of include mods for the sake of it, because, yeah, these are kind of mods I like. So starting off with weapons, we have the first one, which we're going to jump into. All right, so the first mod we have here is the Old World Firearms pack by Bub. As you can see, Bub 2000. This is 400 credits. I have did a review on it. At the time of my initial review, it had, I believe, 4 weapons by default. As you can see, it now has 5 weapons. So they were the 4, excuse me, they were the 4 original weapons. It had a really cool 1911 type gun. It had a cool revolver. Kind of a pipe weapon, and then like a really badass sniper. And then it recently added a 5th weapon called the heavy hitter, basically a big double barrel shotgun. Really cool weapon pack, very kind of Fallout inspired. And it's definitely something I could see, like, you know, being used by the Freestar Collective. You know, you're out on the frontiers and the fringes, and you basically, yeah, you got some pretty nice weapons. I know personally, I was rocking the sniper rifle for the longest time because it looked absolutely awesome. That is the first weapon on my list. So now we're going to jump to the second one. So the second weapon is another Bub weapon, but it's an awesome weapon, and one I reviewed recently, the Laredo Arabella Revolver. Now, there's been a few Revolver weapon mods, paid and unpaid. I just think this one stands out really well to me. I think Bub did an amazing job of taking a weapon that exists in real life and kind of molding it to fit like Starfield's aesthetic. Like, I think it fits in really well, and I could definitely see some Freestar Rangers rocking one of these big iron on her hips. It's got so many different customization options, as you can see. There's different skins, grips, textures for the grips, loads of different attachments. All in all, it's an amazing mod. As you can see, yeah, just 10 out of 10 mod. All right, so weapon number 3 is the Jagger556 LMG by Nova Finch Creation. This is an amazing mod. So Nova has basically made an M249, I believe, LMG from real life, belt fed, and made it in the game. It's 300. Oh, whoops! It's 300 credits, and it's awesome. It has its own ammo type, which is really cool. It's highly customizable. One of the things I like about it is it's belt fed. Now that there's one slight caveat to it, and the caveat being that if you have 1,000,000 rounds in your inventory, you will never have to reload. So there's no reload animation with the belt because it's supposed to be belt fed. You basically fire it until you run out of ammo, which regardless, I think that's a really cool thing because it kind of, like I was saying to Nova, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the laser musket, the never-ending, or I think it's the never-ending laser musket from Fallout 4, where you could basically charge it up. But yeah, this is awesome. And I like that we're getting like kind of heavy machine, or I know it's an LMG, but like machine guns and kind of squad support weapons in the game. Just because like currently we only really have the micro gun, which is just a kind of a neutered minigun. I'd love to see some more kind of shoulder mounted machine guns that can be used to suppress the enemy. This is it for the weapon list. I know there is a lot of weapons that I've covered. I just picked these ones in particular because, yeah, there's more out there that are really awesome, but these are kind of the ones I went with. So next we've got Armour mods. Now there's only 2 Armour mods with this just because this is, again, another one of those caveats, which we'll kind of jump to it in a second. We'll back out here. One of the things with Armour mods in general is there's a couple of mod authors that make some really awesome kind of reskins and stuff for armors, paid versions. I know Wolfie makes a lot of really awesome ones, and that's one of the mods I've never really thought to review because you can kind of see what you're getting usually with the picture. Wolfie does a good job of that, so that's obviously a kind of a bit of an honorable mention. But first one I'm going to be looking at is the Dredgeborn spacesuit by Malloy, or Fika Malloy. We'll jump to that now. All right, so here it is. It's the Dredgeborn spacesuit. This is an awesome spacesuit in the game that's kind of a different take on the Starborn armor, as it says they're inspired by the art style of H.R. Geiger. It's 4 suits. You get the default suit. Then there's Famine, Plague, and War. It looks awesome in game. It's really, really cool. And it's something that I could definitely see, like, say, the Hunter wearing. Just because of how alien but also human it is. It's really, really cool. Now the only other armor one I've listed here, which is a kind of it's a mix between a quality of life mod, but I put it in the armor mod, which we're going to jump to. All right, so this is the Spacer Overhaul mod by Zone79. This is 500 credits, and it's an awesome mod that basically overhauls the Spacers to give them unique armor. There's, as you can see there, it's got a pair of spacesuit goggles, 2 spears, 15 variations of spacesuits, 19 backpack variations, and 19 helmet variations. They also added some new high-level helmets. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So a lot of this stuff, when I've done reviews on them, it was a while ago. So some of these mods I list will have improvements. But this is a really awesome mod that basically gives the Spacers more of a spacer fine. I always felt it weird that they kind of wear a bit of everything. You know, I think it's cooler that they have a more unified look. So the next set of mods we're going to look at is, I've deemed them quality of life mods. And the reason kind of behind them being that is that they add something to the game that improves the quality of life. Be it new locations, new mechanics, stuff like that. So we're going to start off with the first one, which is a pretty cool one. Alright, so this is the Starborn Among Us by Exo Warlock 313. This is an amazing mod. It costs 200 credits, which is a steal for what it does. So basically what it does is it adds Starboard into the game, and you have this very in-depth gameplay option. So you can set, like, you know, whether they spawn in, how many spawn in, what the type of ones spawn in, are they going to be hostile, do they have extra health, do they have extra damage? are they legendary only? It's an amazing mod, and one that I think that is really, again, it's a quality of life mod, but it's a necessity. I always run this because when you're first playing the game, the Starborn don't really appear, which makes sense. But when you're in your kind of your next playthroughs, you know, New Game Plus 2, 3, the fact that the Starborn only appear in certain situations and like locations doesn't make sense, you know? Like if the Starborn infiltrate various groups, like say for instance the speaker person from the Sanctum Universum, or you know, just the hunter sort of stuff, like it makes sense that more Starborn would exist in the world and, you know, would fight you. So this mod basically does that. Awesome mod, 10 out of 10. Now on to the next quality of life mod. Alright, so this is the Deluxe Dynamic Boost Packs by Shadedness. So this mod, by default, it was a very nice mod, so it's 100 credits, and what it basically does is it improves the boost packs in-game. There's 3 different versions, and the versions basically, the main reason I bought this mod initially was that it basically made the boost pack more viable, and also it didn't break your legs. Now, Shaded has a update coming out. I hopefully will have covered it before this video goes live, but it completely revamps the boost pack. Let me just move my mic a little bit. So he has added the ability to basically hover. Sprinting or pressing a combination of buttons allows you to hover like Palpatine. You also have the ability to activate your thrusters to allow you to kind of, almost like you're in 0G, but you're not, like, so you can kind of get precise movement when you're like, say, if you want to aim or stuff. It's very, very cool. It's kind of like RCS thrusters. There's so many different options that he's added in. This is another must-have. It's amazing, 10 out of 10, and it's only 100 credits, so it's effectively a steal. Now on to the next one. All right, so this one is Tiny Reasons to Explore Space by Ravage Ron. This is 300 credits. And initially, when I played this mod first, I was like, looking at the picture, I'm like, okay, that looks kind of interesting, space stations. But what makes this mod so cool is the space stations aren't actually, they're called star stations. They're not actually contained, they operate in 0G. So you're basically fighting enemies and exploring in 0G. The areas are kind of small, but it's very, very cool. There's something awesome about kind of having a combat like encounter in 0G. You can see a planet in the background, you can see your spaceship. It's a really cool mod, and at 300 credits, it is absolutely amazing. The fact that I have to update it makes me think that the mod author has improved on something, which is really cool. Like I said, you will see that with a lot of these mods kind of going forward, because some of them I've reviewed like years ago, well, a year ago. Anyway, on to the next one. All right, next one is the Gardeners of the Galaxy by Center.Pat. So this is a really cool mod. It costs 200 credits, and it adds 300 plus unique potted plants to the game that are added to the loot pool, and as well as the shop and stuff. And for most people, you might not be a fan of it. I like it because it's great for decorating, like you have a load of unique plants and stuff. And it kind of gives you something to collect if you are a collector. Because currently in Starfield, there's a lot to collect. But when it comes to like kind of the basic plants, there's only like 5 or 6 different succulents. This does, yeah, it's amazing. So on to the next one. All right, so here we have Fleet Commander by Cordic. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the best mod we have gotten this year. And arguably, in my opinion, I think it's probably one of the best mods we will ever get for Starfield. This mod allows you to have a fleet of up to 4 ships, well, technically 5 ships, so 4 ships following you. They will it increases your carry capacity on your ship, as well as just helping in combat. It's an amazing mod, and it currently costs 300 credits, which, again, is a steal. It's a feature that I really hope the Bethesda will implement into the game, because it is amazing. It just it makes space combat more fun, and even space in general. Like, it's, if you imagine having like a big freighter and you've got like 2 little escort fighters with you, it's just cool kind of watching you jump into a system and they jump in after you like, hello, I am here. Anyway, on to the next one. All right, so this is another one by Cordic. It's called Social Skills Extended, and what it basically does is the various social skills that can affect enemies via pacify, flee, frenzy, or control, the various perks. It adds them to the aim counter, as you can see there in the screenshot. It's a simple mod. It's 100 credits. It's awesome for anybody who plays a kind of a pacifist or just likes to kind of play that control. Fallout 4 kind of had it really good with the, you know, how you pacify and control creatures and stuff. For some reason, Starfield, they opted to, by default, you have to use the scanner, which is really intrusive and awkward, and Cordic basically made it so you just do it like it is in Fallout 4. It's an awesome mod, and it adds a lot to the quality of life, which is why it's here. Now on to our next one. Alright, so this is Forgotten Frontiers, POI expansion by Mad Monkey 119. This is, just checking, 500 credits, because I've already bought it. So it's an awesome mod that adds, I believe, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unique POIs to the game that are really well designed and absolutely amazing. At the time of me reviewing this, I could only find, I think, 2, but the mod author has actually added a patch, easy mode, which basically adds them in. It's optional if you are looking to find it, but this is like one of the best mods if you're the sort of person who likes exploring. Because I believe Monkey was telling me that they kind of intended, they put these in locations, so they're in specific biomes, like for instance, the mountain or the volcano one is going to be in the volcano biome, but they're kind of scattered far out, so you have to actually explore, which is really cool if you're an exploration person. Now, if you want to, like I said, if you want to make use of the mod, you can download the Forgotten Frontiers for free. It's a patch, and it makes it easier. But yeah, just a really awesome mod for exploration, and the POIs themselves are phenomenal. All right, so next we've got Starfield Portals by Center Path. This is 100 credits. So, excuse me. So this mod, my voice broke there. This mod adds wormholes to the game, stable wormholes and unstable wormholes. Stable wormholes, they're random each playthrough. They basically connect two systems together. Like kind of like a bridge. If you play Stellaris, it makes sense like in Stellaris. Unstable wormholes are one way they could jump you to any system and you could be stranded. This is an awesome mod, and for only 100 credits, it adds a new way to travel. You don't need to rely on grav drives. I know Michael M.T. Freeman was doing a playthrough with this and he was having a lot of fun with it because it kind of, again, it's a good exploration mod, forces you to, you know, do stuff and not need fast travel, which is very, very nice. All right, so next we have the Motel Akila, a unique POI by Hara. This is a really awesome, well-designed POI that is to the side of Akila. It's like it's in a different load area in the map, though. It's not in Akila's like location. It's to the right of it, but it adds a unique motel, a room players can rent, a bounty board and mission board, a vendor, a small quest. It's just a really well-designed, like enclosed area that's awesome immersion wise. Like if you're looking for, like if you're, let's say for instance, if you're a fan of Aquila City and kind of Cheyenne and you'd like a kind of a little kind of a, almost like a rundown hotel with a community around it that you want to live in, this is the mod for you. It costs 300 credits, which is a banger. Like at that price point, you know, you can't really go wrong, but it's just awesome. It's just, yeah, it's really, really good. On to the next one. This is the Starborn Guardian 7+, so this is by X2357, and this is 100 credits. This is an awesome mod for anybody who either likes the Starborn Guardian but didn't like how crap it was stat-wise, or if you're the sort of person where you tend to play a lot of New Game Plus. So what this mod does is it basically increases the stats of the Starborn Guardian each time you go through the, each time you basically go through New Game Plus, I think to the max of 6. So yeah, it increases the shields, the cargo capacity, crew capacity, weapon damage, all of the good stuff, so that after New Game Plus 6, the ship is effectively, like, very nice. It also will keep going up to, I want to say, 200, to which the ship will just become the Starborn Guardian Continuum. So anybody who likes the New Game Plus and you like kind of going through and getting all the artifacts, and you kind of, even if you kind of like, if you're the sort of person, you know, like if you're a prestiger on Call of Duty, this is one way to track how many times you've gone through New Game Plus. So it's a very nice. All right, finally on the quality of life, we have more Star Yards by the Milk Artist. This is a really cool mod that adds 12 professionally voiced quests and 13 new Star Yards to the game. Each of the Star Yards are... You all right, Timmy? You good? He's making weird noises and looking at me. Life of Man a minute. This adds 13 star yards, each one based on one of the various ship manufacturers. So, for instance, you've got Xi'an, you've got Dogstar, you've got Amandon, all of them, and it's really, really cool. So it's 700 credits, and it's an awesome. I will say, it's an awesome kind of quest mod in terms of kind of just having those locations there. So you have a bit of lore, the voice acting. It's the voice acting itself. There's like each character. They don't talk too much. They've got like maybe 6 or 7 lines each, but they give you a little bit of a brief about themselves and about the business they represent. But yeah, all in all, I think it's really cool. Any mod that kind of expands on the lore of the base game is massive in my books, and this mod does that very well. Alright, so next we're on to the quest mods. Now, you could argue that some of these aren't technically quest mods, but I've put them under quest mods, and we're starting off with the Starsim Mining Conglomerate. This is an amazing mod, and I mean an amazing mod. So this mod, basically, it costs 500 credits. It's by Quarter Onion Games. This adds mining into the game. Now, I've done 2 videos on it. I've done the initial video, and I did an updated version, which was which added in gas stuff, gas mining. So basically, there's a couple of different mining installations or mining stations, and you can do missions. There's mining weapons, mining lasers for your ship. And yeah, if you're a space miner, this is an awesome mod. Now, they keep updating it. I think it says they're currently at 1.11 or 1.11. It's a really cool mod. So yeah, as you can see, there are the things they've kind of added. They added a trade and barter system. You can dive into newly revamped asteroid fields, gas mining, gas scoops, radiators, new quests, mission rewards. It is an amazing mod, and they keep updating it. Every time they kind of put a major update, I tend to do a review on it. So it's an awesome mod. It's technically, it's not really a quest mod. It's kind of hovers between. It does have quests in it, but it's kind of a bit of a quality of life. But I put it as a quest mod because yeah, it's just so cool. All right, so next we have the first Bethesda mod on the list, and honestly, in my opinion, an awesome mod. It's definitely Bethesda's best mod, or paid mod, which isn't hard. So this is the Escape. Excuse me, this is 500 credits. It's a really cool puzzle kind of escape room sort of thing. Really, really cool. It has multiple endings with cool, unique weapons. If you haven't played it, I would definitely recommend it. I have also done a playthrough on my channel. It is a really, really cool quest mod, and I really hope we get more from Bethesda. We did get a free quest mod recently, and it was kind of interesting, but I want more of this. Bethesda Escape was very nice. All right, so next we have the Life of Crime Crimson Markets by Ticonderoga Visio. So this is 300 credits, and what this basically does is it's the perfect mod for if you're a Crimson Fleet. It adds numerous Crimson Fleet merchants to the various POIs in the game. Oh, whoops, wrong button. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, there is a chop shop that you can purchase chems from traffickers. There is a limited selection of rare items you can find. There's a double tap, like a room. There's chunks. There's so much cool stuff with this. Oh my god! I didn't realize he put that there. That's hilarious. Oh, so that's actually really cool. That's in reference to there's like a quest where you basically have to steal a ship, and depending on your level, it will spawn like defensive ships. And I think when I did, I was like level 100, and there was like 20 ships. Oh, that is so awesome. But yeah, it's an awesome mod for if you're basically a Crimson Fleet person. It's awesome, and I think he's improved it. Yeah, he has. They have. There is two new updates. As you can see, we can Shinya Vow. You want to visit some fleet outposts, he sends you see a vendor from this mod. That is actually really cool. Just because in the base version, when I was messing around, it was kind of tricky finding it. But that's awesome mod if you're doing Crimson Fleet stuff. So here we have another really awesome one. This is McLaren's Outfitters Legendary Customization by King Gath Creations. I think a lot of people are saying this is one of the best mods there is when it comes to quest stuff. So basically what it is, it's a quest mod slash vendor that adds some of the features, like for instance, you can swap perks on legendary items, weapons, and armor. There's a new set of gear. There's new legendary effects, and it is voice acted. Now, when I played through it, I did like probably only 40% of it. I didn't realize you had to unlock more, but yeah, it's an awesome mod. And one of the kind of the coolest things I like about the mod is every time you break down a mod, like say for instance, oxygenated or rapid fire or frenzy, the robot will tell you a little bit about the mod itself, the weapon perk, which I think is really cool. Like I said, I'm a big fan of mods that add kind of like lore based stuff into the game. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 mod. Awesome. And it's only 300 credits. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, very nice. Alright, so the next one on the list is Choose Your Own Chunks by Cookie Morph. This is 400 credits, and this is a really, really awesome mod. So it allows you to basically run a Chunks restaurant. There's 3 locations. I did a review on, like I said, I've done a review on all of them, but it's really awesome. So you can customize the staff, you can upgrade the kind of the seating arrangement. You can you can put stuff in the chunks to make it sell more, and it has different effects. It's a really cool kind of mod if you just wanna sit back and run a chunks. And it also has a really cool suit and a gun, which you can see you can unlock as you. It's really funny when you kill enemies with it. You get basically chunks of the creature you killed, so human chunks, which is a bit questionable. But yeah, it's a really cool mod. Cookie Morph has done some other bangers. But I just really like this one because I'm a really big fan of these sort of mods in general, where it's like, okay, I don't want to be, the legendary Lone Wanderer Courier 6, person. I just want to work, I want to work and 9 to 5. And this does that. And then the final quest mod we have here is the Older Data Drive by Javogi. This is a really awesome multi-stage quest. It is 500 credits, but I think the big thing about this, the kind of the killer, is that it adds, let me see, does it say? It adds 130 images into the game that you can display for your from your outpost or ship. 120 of them are their actual professional photography. It's just so awesome. You're essentially paying €5 for 130 images. 120 of them are, like I said, they're actual real world photography. There's also some really cool lore behind it, so it kind of ties into why you're doing the quest. It's just, yeah, it's an awesome mod, and like I said, 500 credits. It's very nice if you're kind of a photo person, if you like displaying stuff. I know I do. I use this for kind of displaying stuff in my house so that it doesn't just look like a chair and then nothing else and a desk. But yeah, on to the next category. All right, so now we're down to the followers. Now I believe there's been quite a few. I think there's quite a few non-paid followers. Obviously, this mod is about paid mods, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I initially went with 3 followers that stood out to me, but I think these may be the only paid followers, if there is. I apologize, but yeah, like I said, these are the ones I kind of went with. So the first one is Robin Locke, UC Flygirl by Unoctium. This is a really awesome mod. Basically, she's got 1,200 voice lines, which is insane. So it costs 500 credits. One of the cool things about this mod that I didn't realize when I played with it initially is you can get her to fly your ship, which is really cool. As you can see there, she's morally and ethically complex, unique blends of humor, reacts to your background. And yeah, just really, really cool companion. Now that lip syncing is a thing, her lips move, which is very nice. Yeah, on to the next companion. All right, so this is Derek, or D.E.R.E.K, by Skinny Tech Boy. This is 300 credits, and this is a robot companion that has some pretty fun dialogue as well as a quest, I believe. So it's the dialogue and stuff is really funny because they refer to you, the player, as, well, not the player. They're kind of losing the plot, and it's a really cool companion, and it's kind of the opposite of Vasco. If Vasco was literally losing the plot, but also really funny and had like not an asphyxiation, a fascination with, I'm pretty sure it was a toast. But yeah, really, really cool companion. And if you're a robotophile, that's not the right word. Let's cut that from the tape, please. But yeah, if you like robots, this is a very nice companion for you. All right, so the last companion, or the third and also the last, is Lira, a Starfield companion by Almighty Essie. This is 400 credits, and yeah, Lira is a very awesome companion. Comparing her to Robin, who's more like kind of... Robin's more, well, she's definitely, you know... Robin's a kind of a war veteran and kind of chill and, you know... Whereas Lira is fucking crazy. Like, yeah. She's pretty funny, like, from the get-go when you, like, try to talk to her. Like, when you get into her vicinity, she, like, starts calling you over and just, like, saying funny stuff and just, yeah. Another one that is 800 lines of dialogue, idle comments, short quest, gives you gifts, which is kind of funny, because the whole thing is, like, the whole gift thing is you basically, like, oh, do you have anything to give me? And she's like, what? Like, it's kind of a nod to the fact that the NPC companions give you gifts for some reason. And don't question it. And she's like, what the fuck? But yeah, for 300 or 400 credits, sorry, really good companion. Lip sync is now a thing, so yeah, they talk. Alright, so this one, you know, we're on to house mods. So basically, this, technically it's a house mod, but it's also a weapon mod and a kind of a quest mod. I put it as a house mod. This is the Quantum Stealth Operations Safe House, or QSO. It's an amazing mod that adds a little safe house in neon for you to chill. It also adds some unique guns. Initially, it had some... I think it had, by default, it had an M1911, two versions. One version allowed you to basically knock enemies out. One version, you could knock them back. And then there was an update. I think... Was it the 2.0 update? Let me see. So yeah, currently... It has a hidden safe house, two new versions, two new legendary PPK pistols, so they're the James Bond pistols, two legendary batons, two legendary Old Earth pistols, four throwing weapons, a firing range, robots that can summon and will fight to the death for you if you summon different ones, a quartermaster, an ammo supply, a full workshop, and there's also a little quest mod, which is, or a little quest, which is really, really cool. It's an awesome quest. If you're the sort of person where you like role-playing as a kind of a secret agent, you like having kind of secret weapons, you know, to be able to knock people out and be super stealthy, this is definitely the quest mod for you. And the fact that the mod author at the time of, like, I don't know if they're still updating it, but the fact that they updated it, I think, twice with big updates is just really awesome. One of the things I like about, like, some of the paid mods, like, no one, when you make a paid mod, you know, you don't have to update it, but, you know, some mod authors do, and it's always awesome kind of seeing them improve and evolve the mod over time. So the next house we're going to look at is going to be, this is the Waterfall, New Atlantis Waterfall Promenade Apartment by Downfall Nemesis. This is 300 credits, and this is a really awesome mod. So if you're a UC citizen, and you've always wanted to kind of have a more, like, low-key house, you don't want to have to go the whole way to the tower, you have this bad boy. This sits just underneath the location. I'm just moving my mic real quick. I need to move slightly. This is under the location in under the waterfall, or yeah, under the waterfall. Really cool. There's two ways. You can buy it for free, or you can quest related, like, you know, basically you have to be a UC citizen, finish the main quest, and then you can buy it with credits. It's got a lot of cool stuff. It's got mannequins. It's got just a lot of very awesome stuff. Like I said, with all these, I've done a review on it, and it's really, really awesome. All right, so the next one we're going to be looking at is ship Habs, and we're back with Downfall Nemesis again. This is the luxurious ship Habs. This costs 400 credits, and it adds, I believe, 7 furnished Habs and 5 empty ones. You've got a captain's quarters, an armory, a living quarters, a lounge, a mess hall, a pool, and yeah, it's awesome mod. The Habs look amazing. This is one of the things for me, when it comes to shipbuilding, I love shipbuilding, but I'm not very good at interior design with the shipbuilding. So having pre-built Habs, just, it's a win for me. It's, like I said, it's 400 credits, 7 furnished Habs, 5 empty ones if you want to decorate them yourself. If you do, fair play, because I don't know how you do it. I can't decorate to save my life. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Really awesome mod. Now on to the next one. All right, so this is the Eliotech Aerospace Crimson Fleet ship Habs by the real Eleonora. This is 500 credits and another mod that if you're a really big fan of the Crimson Fleet, it adds, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Crimson Fleet themed Habs, which are really cool. They look really, really awesome. There is an optional file that removes the trash if you are not a fan of the trash. You know, some pirates actually have standards. You know, not me. I'm not a pirate. But yeah, it's a Eleonora is I believe they've done some awesome work with Fallout 4 and with this game. But it's really nice seeing kind of the like seeing Crimson Fleet get some nice stuff. I'm not a Crimson Fleet fanboy myself. You know, the only Crimson Fleet is me. No, I don't know. That was weird. But yeah, I think it's cool having like a roleplay themed Crimson Fleet Habs. So now we're on to the last section, which is going to be the ship parts mods. So I will say straight off the bat, there is a lot of free mods for shipbuilding. And I mean a lot. Like a video I'll have put up at this point, it goes live, well, it'll already have been up on the channel, where I cover my top shipbuilding mods. But there is paid mods out there, and I wanted to include this one. This is Aventech Raceyard by Chaos Nerb. Chaos Nerb has done some awesome free mods, but this is one of their paid ones. And I really like it. So Chaos Nerb has done some Aventech in general. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of like mods that that add kind of completely different styles to the game when it comes to ship stuff, like parts and stuff. Same with like armor mods and stuff. But I think with the Aventech Raceyard, like the parts themselves are like nice enough that they kind of fit in. They're not too intrusive. They kind of like blend quite well. We'll look at some of these screenshots. Like you see, they blend quite well with the base ships, which is really, really nice. And it also has some like micro pieces, I believe. There is there's like small micro engines, which are really nice. I believe I went to point to the screen that I'm an idiot. It's those two little triangular pieces. They're really cool if you want some micro modules. Calsnarb does some amazing mods. A lot of amazing free mods. But yeah, this is not about that. This is about paid mods. And then finally, the last mod on the list. So this is Of Wind and Sun. I wrote this wrong. Is this the one? Yes, this is it. So it's Of Wind and Sun. Why did I put Of Wind and Sails? Weird. Did I write this wrong? Oh my god, I think I put the description wrong on YouTube. I'm an idiot. So this is by Tia, the Italian Ace. It's 400 credits, and this basically adds solar sails into the game that basically are made to look like actual like naval old school like naval wind powered sails. And again, I know I said like, oh, you know, I'm not a huge fan of mods that kind of change the aesthetic of the game, but I have to kind of add this in because I think it's really cool. And I think that while you can definitely do something like that and make it look like an actual like sailboat, there is some really interesting pieces which like there's some forward and side pieces that I like making use of that kind of look more like your typical kind of solar sail, like, you know, like Star Wars type solar sail. And I think in real life we have, no, we don't have solar. Oh, do we? Do some of the probes use solar sails? I don't think so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's an awesome mod, and in general, that's it. So these are my pick for favorite mods. If there's any mods you would like to kind of include, like if there's like a mod you're like, oh, I really love this mod, put it down in the comments just to kind of share with others. I hope you guys remember this is just an opinion. You guys are welcome to disagree with it. That's how we as a society get better. We have discussions, you know. Just please don't be like, Starfield trash lol, paid mods killed my mother, because if that actually happened, reach out to me. We'll like to interview you if paid mods have killed a member of your family. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a good Christmas and holidays and all the other, like Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Have to be consistent, Crimson. Bodhi Day, Guru Gobind Singh Jahanti, and Shogatsu. Again, Crimson has just butchered and insulted the Japanese, the Sikhs. I apologize. I might have also offended some Sheiks out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a really good rest of the year. I will obviously be uploading videos. Probably won't be a video Christmas Day because, yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and catch you in the next one. Bye bye.